Alrighty, guys and gals, we are back with yet another controversial video which will surely upset some of the hive-minded NPCs, who by the way have a vocabulary limited to "Why you hating me? Stop crying, man." Concluding of course with laughing emojis and skull face. Sadly, we live in a society with sheep who cannot think for themselves. So let me give you a helping hand. It's evident that companies who hold a monopoly over our favorite sports franchises have no reason to update the formula, and I believe the core issue is down to your favorite influencer. And sadly for you, I care more about the quality of these games than these influencers who you worship for all the wrong reasons. So how can we get back the quality of gaming we once found in the UFC and Fight Night franchises?
I don't care what you say.
In order to find a solution, you first must identify the problem. Chapter 1, False Profits.
I can't stress enough just how much more impactful this new damage system is going to be in UFC 5.
We first must have a mutual understanding. The influencers who you support and defend would not be playing a fighting game with broken mechanics excessively for years if they were not financially rewarded.
I see all your comments on social media. I promise you I read that stuff myself, and I want you to know from the deepest part of my heart, I do not care. I have spent no time thinking about you guys. I haven't missed any one of you, and the only time you cross my mind is when I'm thinking of ways to get more of your money.
You might feel connected to your favorite influencer, but unless they are active in the comment sections, which most of them are not, they have no connection with you. They see a camera lens and numbers. In fact, when they read your comments, you probably annoy them. So how did they find success in the influencer lane?
I really don't know how, because I come from a shooter's background. I played Call of Duty. I don't know, UFC 2 was fun, and all I did was use Bruce Lee.
Unlike Martial Mind, who is a genuine fanatic of MMA, many of the influencers you follow today were simply opportunists, capitalizing on the trending game of the month. The process is fairly simple. A UFC game is released. It will trend by default because the UFC is a huge franchise. All of those looking to be the next big influencer will attempt to cover the trailer first. Desperate for your attention, they will pull soy boy face. They will overhype the trailer.
That is straight fire.
Because excitement creates better engagement. They move on to playing the game, offering very basic commentary and tips. And whoever the algorithm favors, they now have the upper hand. And all they need to do for success is keep you hooked. And this is a highly manipulative process, whether they know they're doing it or not. Chapter 3, Manufacturing Desire. Take a game which is clearly broken, has terrible input delay, which by the way is the fundamental mechanic needed in a competitive fighting game, and just pretend these problems don't exist.
Bang. Beautiful, beautiful clip.
Look at these character models. Look at Patty Pimblett out there, looking like Patty Pimblett. The fact that the blood stays in the spot where it landed, that is straight fire.
I'd buy that for $1.
Why would they pretend? I mean, I thought they were having fun. Sorry to break it to you, it's their job.
Do I have the same passion for EA Sports UFC 4 that I do for a game like UFC Undisputed 3? No, I don't. This is because I am more of a mixed martial arts fan than I am a gamer. I've said this multiple times.
This validates that playing the game is a job, and in Martial Mind's case, a chore. They create the illusion of a pleasurable experience which their young, naive user base gain pleasure from. All that is required is low effort consistency, which brings us to the fate of an EA UFC influencer. For the sake of context, let's say those top YouTubers are Pryoxis, Martial Mind, and Ricky J. Despite them gaining a huge following in a short period of time, it's a following who only want you to play that one game. The same game, like Groundhog Day. There is no way out, and you can't even take a break. If Martial Mind were to take 3 months off, he would lose his #1 spot, and in turn that would affect his earnings substantially.
UFC 4, man, just the viewership, it's going to drop. I haven't seen a big drop. I've actually been rising. If I'm not uploading daily, I'm uploading at least 25 videos a month. I'm streaming at least 25 times a month.
Streaming a game you do not enjoy 25 times a month. I can speak for those who've had successful careers. The ultimate goal is to earn more and work less. At 50 years old, playing EA UFC UFC 8. You gotta ask yourself, what did I achieve? Who did I connect with? Where did I travel? What did I learn? I know, you hate him, man. Everyone chooses their own path, right? But here's the dilemma. When you paint yourself in a corner and your main source of income is to play EA UFC, you're going to go against your moral compass for survival purposes. Martial Mind is not stupid. He has considered the things I've just mentioned, and I believe he's taking the easy way out to change his fate. It does not benefit you to criticize EA UFC. What benefits you is that your audience purchased the game and continue to use your channel as a resource, leading me on to the devil themselves, EA Sports. They save a substantial amount of money in promotions because influencers do that for them around the clock. If UFC 4 is worse than UFC 3, however, influencers continue to promote it, in turn growing the EA community and increasing sales, why on earth would EA change that formula now? Ever wondered why we don't have GTA 6 yet?
I'll be your butthole, fella!
Influencers. Why Assassin's Creed is always garbage. Influencers. Pryoxis validates that he knows the game is a ripoff.
What is new? Pay $100 or $70. Those changes I feel could have been a simple update, which makes me look at it as UFC 4.5.
Sounds good, but he goes on to confirm he will still be promoting it.
EA Sports UFC 5. Will Pryoxis be playing it? I don't know, bro. Is a pig's pussy pork?
Make it make sense. At least Martial Mind pretends to like the game. You despise UFC 4. If UFC 5 is UFC 4.5, why would you stream a game 25 times a month that you do not like? Influencers will promote mediocrity for their own financial gain. So what is the solution? Well, it's pretty simple. If influencers were to take a stand, they would promote a variety of fighting games on a regular basis. In the short term, they'd get a drop in views, but in the long term, if they put in the effort, that would expand their audience. Ricky J Sports is already doing this. In the short term, his views will drop, but in the long term, he will expand his audience. The biggest upside being that no one questions his integrity. Martial Mind is doing it too. Nice work, Marshall. Sure this helps the indie company get off the ground. A man of integrity. Sadly, our only hope is an EA competitor, either an indie or well-established development team, THQ, who could work with the likes of ONE FC or the PFL to create an MMA game alternative. You cannot rely or trust influencers to offer you an honest take on the one thing they cover and rely on for financial gain. Even when they give honest feedback, it's strategic, because they will go full circle. To be clear, this is not a hit piece on any particular YouTuber. I am simply analyzing the bigger picture. With your existence, Ubisoft, EA Sports, Rockstar Games have no reason to change their formula, because whether it's good or bad, you will promote it for them anyway. A big thank you to all who have subscribed and liked the video, and let me know in the comment section how you feel about this topic. And if you enjoyed this video, check out these videos on screen too. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you in the comments. Peace.